All right, let's make a sandwich. A queen sandwich. Take a deck of cards and get it all mixed up. Let your spectator do that. Let them shuffle them all they want like this. And you tell them, once you're satisfied with that, I want you to remove 13 cards from the deck. Any 13 you want. Keep them face down though. They can take them off the top or in the middle, whatever you want. Let's just do it this way. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Again, they can be any 13. We're going to remove these cards and we're just going to do the trick with these cards. Ask them to shuffle them. They can do that. Shuffle them all they want. Get them all mixed up. All right, and then maybe do one final shuffle like this. Here we go. Now I'm going to make a little prediction here. Let's see. Okay, I made my prediction, and I'm sticking with it. My prediction is, hopefully, the card I wrote down will be between these two red queens. Watch. Wouldn't that be amazing? So hopefully the card I predicted is between these two red queens. Now, it's not great because there's a lot of cards here, but it's kind of amazing because hopefully the card I predicted is one of the 13 that you randomly selected. That'd be a pretty good trick if my card is in here somewhere. But it'd be really good if we can narrow it down a little better like this. This is called a queen sandwich, where the card ends up between the two red queens, and that's spelled like this: B-E-T-W-E-E-N. Between the T-H-E. Between the two T-W-O. Between the two red R-E-D. Between the two red queens Q-U-E-E-N-S. Now remember I said my card would end up somewhere between the two red queens. And now that we've shuffled them up, there is one card actually between the two red queens. It's none of these. None of these. But this one. That'd be incredible if the 10 of diamonds was the one I predicted. All right, you know, that's a pretty well-known trick. It's called between the two red queens. I like to call it a queen sandwich. That sounds more delicious. I did it a little bit differently, though, than you may have seen it done. Not much, but a little bit different. I like to do it as a prediction. Normally what you have them do is pick 13 cards, remove 13 cards, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, and you have them select a card and memorize that card, and then you end up putting it on the bottom and then doing the trick. The way the trick works is the card that's going to be between the two red queens is whatever's on the bottom of the 13. It's a math trick, so if we did it with this one, the 3 of clubs would end up between the two red queens because it's the bottom card here. As long as we do all that spelling, as long as we go B-E-T-W-E-E-N, then put the cards back on top. Between the T-H-E, put the cards back on top. Between the two T-W-O, and then between the two red R-E-D, between the two red queens, it just works out. Q-U-E-E-N-S. It's one of those things that just works if you do it. There'll be one card, and it'll be the 3 of clubs this time because this is the bottom of the stack. Okay, that's the workings of it. But notice what I changed. Rather than have them take a card, I think it's a little bit better, in my opinion, to predict a card. Because we're letting them select any 13 cards out of the deck. So that's the first kind of mystery. Say, look, let's just take 13 random cards, whichever ones you want. Let's not even look at them, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Now, you can shuffle these up. They can shuffle these up all you want. All you need before you make a prediction is to know which card ends up on the bottom of the packet. That's all. They can shuffle them up like this. If you want to, at some point, you can just take a peek at that bottom card. It's easy to do. Just, but hey, let's give them one more shuffle here. And then I just looked at it real quick. Nobody's going to notice. Or you can use a marked deck, and then you'll never have to look at them. Just get them all shuffled and just do one of these, and you can see the marking on that. Like I say, everybody says, how don't you just use a marked deck? It's so much easier. I know it is, but not everybody's got one. But if you do, you could do a lot of things with it. So you could do it that way. You don't even have to look at the faces of the cards, get them all shuffled, and say, now I'm going to make my prediction. And all I have to do is look at whatever that card is. However you want to peek the bottom card, that's all you have to do, right? You go like this. I think it's kind of fun to do this. The fact that they selected the 13 cards is important, because you say, I made a prediction. Hopefully my prediction is one of these and not one of these. So that's the first part of the mystery. And then of course do the queen sandwich trick, the queen sandwich math trick, and it'll just work. Anyway, play with that. Maybe you have even a better idea for how that should flow, but I cleaned it up a little bit. Really common trick. Most anybody that messes around with the card tricks probably familiar with that, but I think that's a nice little twist. So give it a shot and have fun. Go amaze somebody with that one.